Hey guys, so I just made a short clip. Well, not a short clip, it's a video. It's a full video with a bunch of clips. Started the morning off thinking, it'd be fun just to document going to my job site, throwing a load of topsoil on the trailer and bringing it home. And then I got there and saw some decent fresh soil on the ground and said, I'll move it, make more room, do something nice for my boss. And then I went, you know what, that stuff's really good stuff, so I'm going to screen it. And so I just decided to video document the whole day and involve you guys in that. So that's what you got coming. Just kind of a day in the life of. Hope you enjoy. So good morning. So today I'm just going to make a little documentation of running to get some topsoil. My boss has been gracious enough to let me barter with him for topsoil, so I just screened topsoil. I made like 450 yards of it. I'm bringing like 70 yards home, but I'm doing it with my dump trailer because I don't drive triaxles yet. So we're starting the morning because the topsoil was a little bit wet, we're starting the morning with finishing dumping this yard out. Because last night when I dumped the load, it got stuck in the box, so I got it knocked loose, and now this morning we're gonna dump that and then we're gonna hit the road. Got my Got my good trusty old Ford diesel. Look at that, 237,000 miles on this truck. And she still runs good. For you Ford owners that don't know, see on the right where it says BATT for battery? That's the voltage. The glow plugs, even on a warm morning, 70 degrees, are still cycling. And they'll go off in a minute. And I don't like to move the truck and move the move the RPM up before that shuts off, because I don't want to overpower the glow plugs, put too much power to them. Anyway, we're gonna get this dumped and then we're gonna get on the road. Okay, so this is a top shelf trailer. There's a company out of Florida, family owned. And I did a lot of research before I bought a trailer, because I knew what I needed. I knew what I could afford. And this seemed like my best option for the money. So this trailer, I think for the price that I paid, it's fairly solid. But I will also say that with that, you get what you pay for. So I paid just a smidge under $12,000 for this trailer. There's a lot of things about it that I like. There's quite a few things about it that I don't like. The first thing that I really don't like is the customer service of the company. Their customer service is awesome until you sign the paperwork and take the trailer home. And then it doesn't exist after that. And I'll make a full review video on this trailer at a later date. It's pretty solid for the most part. It's rated for 16,000 pound gross. It's got 8,000 pound axles under it, which is what I wanted. I wanted something that was gonna handle all the weight that I was gonna put behind it. 16,000 is about the most I'm gonna pull with my truck anyway. And there's still some stuck in there. Anyway, I think we got it all out now. Should have. Yeah, that's about a yard on the ground. Yep, we got it. That little bit I don't care about because I'm just going to get more topsoil, so we'll clean it out completely when we're all done. Anyway, I'm going to make a full review on this trailer, but there's a couple little things I want to point out. This trailer is advertised as an I-beam frame, and there is 2 pieces of I-beam on this trailer, and those are your main frame rails. I wonder if you can see it in the camera too. Oh, absolutely you can. See, the I-beam's not even straight. I don't even have to put a straight edge on it. That's not for me. But this here is C-channel. Okay. And then these 2 pieces on the outside on the tongue, they look like I-beam. They're not. Look at the inside. There's the other side of it. Now, if you look at older pictures of their trailers online, it was a flat, smooth tongue. The outside didn't have this I-beam look to it. So when the I-beam craze hit, because I-beam is strong, they put 2 pieces of I-beam on either side, and that's it. And then they just took their original C-channel that they used for the tongue frame and just flipped it around so that it looks like I-beam in hopes that nobody notices. And that is a marketing scheme. That's not even, it's garbage. And I didn't notice that until after I bought the trailer. And I'm very displeased about that. That's just being straight up lied to. You can't call something an I-beam frame because your 2 main frame rails, about 25% of your frame, is I-beam. It's just not. It's false advertising. So, but again, there's a lot more on this trailer that I'll get into. The dislike list, honestly, is considerably longer than the like list, which is a shame because I initially liked dealing with the company, but they're just not a good company to deal with. Anyway, I'm going to fire this back up when we get on the road and get moving, so. It's another fine day. Happy 4th of July. Excuse me. We'd have to back up and turn a little bit here. This is a tight spot. Oh, we got it. We're good. The old workhorse that we're starting our business with. I'm not sure if I like this camera angle. Hold on a second. Okay. So anyway. Shakes a little bit. I don't know if it's going to show up on the video or not because the camera itself seems to be somehow fairly good at keeping things steady. We'll find out. It's a little bouncy in the neighborhood. We might just cut this clip out and fire it back up on smooth roads. So we'll see. Anyway, this is my trusty 7.3 Power Stroke Ford with my manual transmission because I just like shifting gears. I bought this truck 4 years ago. It was just kind of something that I really always wanted. When I was a teenager, young teenager, and just getting my license and whatnot, when the diesel craze got really big for diesel pickup trucks. And I just always had a thing for Ford's 7.3 Power Stroke. And at 29 years old, when it was time to get a full-size diesel truck for doing more capability, really, I had seen what all of this emissions garbage is doing with these new trucks and the cost for a new exhaust and this and that, and I'm gonna get a better camera mount. Cost for a new exhaust system is absolutely obscene on one of these trucks. You can quite easily blow $10,000 if you have an emissions problem on a new truck. It's ludicrous. And I can't justify that, and I'm not willing to do that. I also don't want to break the law, though. So I found this 1999 F-250 from the original owner with 136,000 miles on it. Had a manual transmission just like I wanted. And we scooped it up. This truck from the factory did not come with any emissions equipment, which means I'm not breaking any emissions laws. I can't get in trouble for it being deleted, because by federal law, if it didn't come with it, then it's not required to have it. And I don't live in California where they have their own state laws requiring you to add something like that. These trucks actually in California came with catalytic converters because they were that strict back then. So this truck is 100% pre-emissions. Which means I get to enjoy all the reliability of a non-emissions truck. Eventually I'll have to upgrade, and it is what it is. To me, being a startup business, this makes sense because I don't have a lot of liquid asset. You never do, and I'm just going to share the realities of business, because a lot of people paint pretty pictures of it, and it's just not all that pretty. It actually takes a lot of perseverance. My wife and I are only a few weeks into this now at this point, as far as being legitimate. It took months. It was absolutely a pain to find the right insurance coverages that I wanted. There's a lot of insurance companies that don't want to touch you if you have no business background and experience, which is ridiculous because my personal insurance record is great. So I'm going to end up having to keep adjusting this camera as we hit bumps. Sorry. So anyway, after going through all that and making a legal LLC through the state, etc., we're finally legitimate. like I said, it's been a battle. It's really been a nightmare to do this the right way. I'm redoing my entire backyard and some spots in my front yard, but it's mostly all in the backyard. And the reason why is because I have a lot of rocky ground. The topsoil from years ago when this house was built, the rocks just kind of started to come up through the ground, and that happens over time. So we're laying down about a fresh 4 inches of topsoil on everything. I'm gonna grade it all off. Boss man is letting me bring the skid steer home from work so I don't have to rent one, which is very helpful. We'll document all that, because until I land work for myself, all I've got is a few things that I have done for him in the middle of the woods, because I keep my company private. Now, I don't work with him for other customers, so I'm not stealing his glory. We have over 4,000 acres, and I do his heavy equipment operations, infrastructure, and grounds maintenance. But larger scale grounds maintenance, not mowing and garden beds and stuff like that, but you know, drainage and major projects. I'm building a site pad right now for a 50 by 100 building. I've been in this career, this industry for 7 years now, 8 years, something like that, running heavy equipment, and that's why we have moved into excavation and heavy equipment work for our business, because I'm very proficient. This is my profession. This is what I do. My skill set is very good. So, you know, we are starting small, because small is what I have to work with, but we have big plans and hopes for the future. And anyway, I'm going to pause this video and we'll fire it back up when I get to the topsoil area at work and can load the trailer. Let's see how she pulls. This topsoil was very dry. So I put a little extra on. Feels alright. It's probably a solid 7 yards on there. I'm not going to make a long video because I really don't care for the way that this camera hangs in the truck here. We got there's some really dry topsoil there from another company that was bringing stuff in, so I just said, well, you know what, I can make a fun little video out of this, and I'm going to screen it, because the drier it is, the easier it is on the truck, which means I can either drive light or I can load heavy. So I chose to load heavy. We'll see how she does on the drive home with this load. It's a heavy one. Tell you, for being an old truck, it's a solid girl. Whoop. That's what you get for taking a peek at your camera to make sure it's straight. I really need to get a better mounting system for inside the truck so that little bumps and stuff don't throw the camera off. So, I got about a 50-hour ride home. We'll dump this load and come back for one more before the end of the day. And then fireworks tonight. Happy birthday, America. Okay, there's my view. You guys get to see what I get to see. Well, we're home with the topsoil. This was a pretty heavy load. I'd probably put a solid 7 yards on there. Well, the trailer's got a little lean, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see how she does. It should do okay. It's the trailer that's leaning, not the cylinder. And once I hit that second stage, part of that load's gonna go right away anyway, which we did just hit the second stage. There goes some of it. Okay, well, she's up. I'll kind of bump the brakes a little bit, try to... You can't really slam a tailgate like you can with a big truck. I've also got yeah, it's coming down kind of fast. There might be something stuck in there still. If there is, we'll just put it in the front yard like we did with the last one. I've got a tall rock there that I didn't want to catch the rear end on. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything left in there. I think there might be. Just a little. Not very much. I can back that up. I think I can get rid of that pretty easily. Okay, over and out.